This is a BTC price prediction and BTC technical analysis, 2 trading system signals on hourly and daily timeframes as well as Bitcoin news. Now we present current trading system signals. The daily chart gives us a buy signal. Pivot point supertrend system gave the buy signal. Candlestick patterns are bearish. ABC trading patterns are indicating consolidation. Support and resistance leave analysis show consolidation. Overall, on the hourly chart, we decided to stay out of the market given the choppy conditions. Technical analysis and trading signals on the 1-hour time frame. On the hourly chart, we get the sell signal. Candlestick patterns are bearish. Pivot point supertrend system gave the sell signal. ABC trading patterns are indicating downtrend. Support and resistance leave analysis show breakout down. Overall, on the hourly chart, we decided to take short positions. Watch until the end of video as we will present you results of our another trading strategy. Subscribe to get more technical analysis videos. Before we present our second trading signals from our second systems as well as technical analysis, we will tell you about other price prediction news. A new Coinbase survey reveals where institutional investors anticipate cryptocurrency prices will be in a year. The findings of a new poll commissioned by cryptocurrency exchange firm Coinbase to find out how blue-chip investors feel about the future of the crypto sector have been released. In the 2022 Institutional Investor Digital Assets Prognosis Survey, 140 US-based institutional investors with a combined $2.6 trillion in assets under management were asked about their outlook for the digital assets industry. Despite the current weak market, over 3/4 of participants believe that crypto assets are here to stay, indicating that virtual currencies are now widely recognized as an asset class. Overall attitude toward digital assets has remained favorable, with 72% believing that they are here to stay. Although long-term sentiment remains optimistic, the data reveal that sector turbulence has dampened investors' confidence that digital assets would provide significant returns in the coming months. More than half of poll respondents do not foresee major price movement in crypto in the next 12 months, and more than a quarter believe digital assets will continue to lose value. When questioned about their price forecast, 54% of investors said they anticipate crypto prices to stay range-bound in the next 12 months, while 29% expect it to move downward. Coinbase is the source. Nonetheless, according to the study, the majority of participants believe that cryptocurrencies will ultimately rebound. The long-term price forecast remains favorable, with 71% of investors expecting digital asset prices to rise in the long run. Pleo chooses new CTO for the United Kingdom and Ireland. Mary Williams has been appointed as Pleo's new Chief Technology Officer for the UK and Ireland. Ethereum price reclaims $1,200 demand zone. Here are the levels to watch. The ETH price reclaims the $1,200 demand zone as it seeks to trend higher. Price remains pessimistic in light of the market's present position, as most traders and investors remain cautious. ETH price has recovered from a daily low of $1,100 with a target of $1,300 over the 50 exponential moving average. Ethereum continues to outperform Bitcoin in terms of price movement, reclaiming the demand zone and aiming for a further surge to the $1,300 area provided the crypto market stays quiet ahead of the monthly closing. Despite the recovery rebound in Ethereum, the price remains below the crucial zone of interest that would entice many buyers. The domino effect of the FTX debacle and other large investors has brought the market to a halt, since the market has failed to make a significant move, raising concerns about where the market is heading. The weekly price of Ethereum analysis. Despite the uncertainty and turmoil that has influenced the price of Ethereum and the crypto market as a whole, with numerous altcoins fighting for life, seeking to remain afloat as altcoin values continue to fall. As ETH lost this important support, its price fell from about $1,450 to around $1,300. ETH's price failed to maintain over $1,300, causing it to retest lower price points. On the weekly chart and other periods, the price of ETH remains above $1,000, indicating a positive sign for bulls. The weekly price barrier for ETH is $1,300. Weekly price support for ETH is $1,000. ETH price analysis on the daily chart. TradingView.com daily ETH price chart. Source: ETH/USDT. The price of ETH remains significantly strong on the daily period, trading over $1,200 after falling from $1,300 to $1,080 due to the market's continued uncertainty. ETH's price continues to suffer as it seeks additional respite from this zone. For a short-term recovery bounce, the price of ETH must rebound and trade above $1,300. The Fibonacci retracement value of 38.8%, $1,250, acts as a severe roadblock to the ETH price. The price of ETH is now trading above $1,200, which acts as barrier to ETH's upward trajectory. For bulls to feel comfortable, the daily timeframe price of $1,350 for ETH must be regained. $1,350 is the daily barrier for the ETH price. The featured image is from ZipMex, while the charts are from TradingView. Jump Crypto and Aptos Labs have committed to a $1 billion recovery fund led by Binance. Aptos Labs and Jump Crypto, among others, will donate $50 million to the projected $1 billion industry recovery initiative. As ETH lost this important support, its price fell from about $1,450 to around $1,300. ETH's price failed to maintain over $1,300, causing it to retest lower price points. On the weekly chart and other periods, the price of ETH remains above $1,000, indicating a positive sign for bulls. If the price of ETH falls below this level of interest, it indicates the price is falling and bears are dominating ETH prices. ETH price analysis on the daily chart. TradingView.com daily ETH price chart. Source: ETH/USDT. The price of ETH remains significantly strong on the daily period, trading over $1,200 after falling from $1,300 to $1,080 due to the market's continued uncertainty. The Fibonacci retracement value of 38.8%, $1,250, acts as a severe roadblock to the ETH price. The price of ETH is now trading above $1,200, which acts as barrier to ETH's upward trajectory. For bulls to feel comfortable, the daily timeframe price of $1,350 for ETH must be regained. $1,350 is the daily barrier for the ETH price. Daily ETH price support is $1,100 minus $1,250. Bitcoin miners are now in the worst situation since 2015. Here's why Bitcoin, the biggest cryptocurrency by market capitalization, will end November with trading values that are much lower than they were at the same time last year. It should be noted that on November 10, 2021, BTC reached its all-time high of $69,044. Unfortunately, the crypto asset has already lost 76% of its value, changing hands for just $16,582 at the time of writing, according to CoinGecko. Year to far, the first digital currency is down by 71.3%, falling well short of its remarkable performance last year. Bitcoin's difficulties were recently exacerbated by the fall of the FTX crypto exchange platform, which wiped out the whole crypto market in terms of total worth by around $200 billion. Along these lines, Bitcoin miners are under increasing strain as they continue to cope with the ongoing issues that have plagued the sector since its inception. Large-scale liquidations by Bitcoin miners. Quantitative asset management company Capriole Fund creator Charles Edwards recently highlighted that he saw aggressive selling of Bitcoin miners, which climbed by 400% this month. It's a carnage for Bitcoin miners, the most aggressive miner seller in almost 7 years, 400% increase in only 3 weeks. If the price does not rise soon, many Bitcoin miners will go out of business. The second issue is energy prices, which continue to be quite high most of the time, reducing profit margins for businesses participating in the industry. In fact, Iris Energy, an Australian business, was forced to shut down its Bitcoin mining gear after incurring a $108 million debt. Finally, the current Bitcoin price. As previously said, it is still experiencing the effects of the current bear market, unable to even break the $17K barrier at present moment. Despite the difficulties, hash rates are increasing. Although Bitcoin miners are now in a difficult position, their performance remains excellent as the global hash rate rises. The network now has a hash rate of 261 EHS, according to blockchain.com. Bitcoin mining hash rate peaked at 273 EHS on November 2nd, shortly before the FTX controversy began. This is despite the fact that China tightened down on Bitcoin miners operating inside its borders last year, causing an exodus and migration to other business-friendly nations. On the daily chart, The overall market cap of cryptocurrency is $788 billion. Featured picture via Coin Edition. Chart. TradingView.com. Macy's stock rises following earnings. Can it maintain gains this holiday season? Macy's sales fell, but profits per share above estimates, and the company's stock price rose. Here's what investors should know before Black Friday and during the holiday season in 2022. Data shows a major red flag as Chainlink rises 8% in 7 days. Chainlink is now one of the greatest performers on the crypto market, behind just Litecoin and Binance Coin. Surprisingly, LUNC's trading volume has plummeted 20% in the previous 24 hours to only $389 million. Chainlink was trading at $6.66 at the time of publication, indicating a controlled recovery from the bottom of a channel that LUNC had been in since early May. The channel's bottom barrier is now at $5.35, while crucial resistance for the LUNC price is currently at $9.52. LUNC is now trading close below the 50, 100, and 200-day simple moving averages. One-day chart of Chainlink in a channel. According to Sentiments on-chain statistics, there has been a large rise in exchange inflows after the recent price jump. In the previous 24 hours, about 15 million LUNC were moved to recognized crypto exchange wallets. Chainlink exchange inflows increased. Twitter is the source. The cryptocurrency is at a crossroads in the one-week chart. LUNC, BTC. Will it be able to break over the vital trendline resistance? Or will it be the fourth rejection in the previous 13 months? According to one expert, this might be a make-or-break moment for Chainlink. Chainlink. Bitcoin is at a make-it-or-break-it point on the one-week chart. Chainlink's staking function will be available in roughly 2 weeks. Beginning December 6th at 12 p.m. LUNC owners and node operators will be able to receive awards in order to improve the security of decentralized Oracle services. Solana may make a return. He said that the Solana Foundation still has a sizable treasury that will endure at least another 2 years. Valades emphasized that, despite the decrease caused by the FTX debacle, Solana remains the second biggest NFT ecosystem. He said, the fact is that crypto is still in its early stages. As a result, dismissing Solana at this point would be a mistake. It has many important underpinnings in place and might see a rebirth. Source URL. The post-Solana bounces nearly 10%. Will Sol rally continue? The post appeared originally on 10Z Viral. Against all odds, Dogecoin is holding 8 cents. Here's why. Army Doge's price remains strong, holding above the critical zone of 8 cents as bulls attempt to push higher. With the present status of the market, the price of Doge remains negative, as most traders and investors remain cautious. Doge's price rebounds from a daily low of 7 cents as the price advances with the goal of recapturing price above the 50 exponential moving average. Dogecoin continues to outperform Bitcoin in terms of price movement, reclaiming the 8 cent support level and aiming for a further surge to 10 cents if the crypto market stays quiet ahead of the monthly closing. Despite the relief rebound in Dogecoin, the price remains below the critical zone of interest that would entice many buyers. The domino effect of the FTX debacle and other large investors has brought the market to a halt, since the market has failed to make a significant move, raising concerns about where the market is heading. On the weekly chart, Dogecoin price analysis. Despite the uncertainty and instability that has influenced the price of Dogecoin and the crypto market as a whole, many altcoins are fighting for life, seeking to remain afloat as altcoin values continue to fall. On the weekly chart and other periods, the price of Doge remains above 8 cents minus 7 cents, indicating a positive sign for the Doge army. If the price of Doge falls below this level of interest, it means that the price is falling and bears are dominating Doge pricing. Doge weekly price resistance is 10 cents. Doge price support for the week 8 cents minus 7 cents. Doge price analysis on the daily chart. Doge price chart for today. DOGE/USDT data from TradingView.com. Doge price remains significantly strong on the daily period, trading over 8 cents after falling from 15 cents to 7 cents as the market remains in a state of uncertainty. Doge pricing continues to suffer as it seeks additional respite from this area. Doge must regain and trade above 10 cents for a short-term relief rally. The price of the Doge will be severely resisted by 10 cents, which corresponds to the Fibonacci retracement value of 38.2%. Doge prices are 8 cents below the 50-day moving average, posing as barrier to a bullish trend. For bulls to feel comfortable, the daily timeframe price of 1 cent for Doge must be regained. Doge price daily resistance 11 cents. Doge price support on a daily basis is 8 cents minus 7 cents. The featured image is from ZipMex, while the charts are from TradingView. Ether is testing $1,200, but bears are better positioned for the $1.13 B options expiration on November 25th. Bears are better positioned to benefit by around $215 million at the November Ether options expiry, putting pressure on the price of ETH near a major barrier level. Coinbase reveals 2 million BTC in reserves, over $33 billion following the bankruptcy of competitor FTX. Crypto exchange giant Coinbase is publishing the amount of Bitcoin in its reserves in an effort to be more open. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong said in a series of tweets that the biggest US-based crypto exchange platform possesses about 2 million BTC, which corresponds to $33.12 billion at Bitcoin's current price of $16,561. Armstrong cites Coinbase's Q3 shareholder report, which displays the company's crypto portfolio as of September 30th, which included $39 billion in Bitcoin, $24 billion in leading smart contract platform Ethereum, and $31 billion in other digital assets. If you see FUD out there, remember that our financials are public. We have 2 million BTC on hand. As of September 30th, it was valued $39.9 billion. Armstrong discloses the value of Coinbase's crypto assets at a time when crypto exchanges are under increasing scrutiny after the multi-billion-dollar collapse of FTX, one of the industry's biggest digital asset exchanges, before declaring bankruptcy. We must all work together to create this sector responsibly in the future. Be cautious of bogus information. Previously, Armstrong expressed support for Ethereum co-creator Vitalik Buterin's idea of using Merkle trees and ZK Snark to verify the solvency of crypto exchanges, claiming that on-chain accounting will be a critical part of the crypto economy. Buterin claims that the combination of Merkle tree and ZK Snark technology will enable users of crypto exchange sites to verify their personal balances without disclosing the information to other parties. Don't skip a beat. Subscribe to get cryptocurrency email notifications straight in your inbox. Check price movement. We may be found on Twitter, Facebook, and Telegram. Explore the Daily HODL Mix. Examine the most recent news headlines. Disclaimer: the Daily HODL's opinions are not financial advice. Before making any high-risk investments in Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, or digital assets, investors should do extensive research. Click on the right to see more BTC price prediction and BTC technical analysis. Subscribe to be up to date. Check out our playlists for free technical analysis course.